Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you might be joining us. Welcome to the Purpose and Beyond podcast. I'm your host, Kelly R. Jackson. Let's just get right into it as we always do. It's time for our word for the weekend. One verse. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Proverbs 27 and 17. How does it read in the New King James Version? It says it like this: As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. How does that read in New Living Translation? As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. So here's a question for you all on this weekend, my brother, my sister. How sharp are your friends? How sharp are those people that you keep around you? How sharp are those people that you call on, that you call your friends, that you allow into your space? How sharp are they? How sharp are those people that you keep around you and the people that you say that you can count on and depend on? How sharp are they? These are critical questions, and this is a familiar Bible verse here. You know, we've heard it before. Iron sharpens iron. We've heard it before, and there's really nothing deep or complex about the text. It's very simple and it's very straight to the point, and it simply says here that iron sharpens iron. It simply says here that if you got a good friend in your life, if you got somebody that's around you, we make each other better. If I'm your friend, I ought to be somebody that makes you better. If you're my friend, you ought to be somebody that makes me better. We have to ask ourselves, and this text generally causes us to think about how we can make each other better, but rarely do we think about it in the sense that we need to make sure that we're checking our inventory. We need to make sure that we got the people around us that will make us better, that will make us sharper, and that we can in turn make them sharper. So again, we don't think about it always. We think about it in the sense of yes, iron sharpens iron, but sometimes we don't think that means I need to take inventory. Are there people around me? Are there people in my life that are keeping me sharp? Are there people in my life that are constantly trying to bring the best out of me? And in turn, I can bring the best out of them. What type of relationships do I have? And this is critical in this season, my brother and sister. This is critical as we are in this moment in time where it seems like everything is one big competition, where it seems like even the people that you keep close to you seem like they want to take you out. We're rooted in jealousy and we're rooted in envy these days. And it's hard to find a good group of people. It's hard to find a good set of friends to say, I'm going to sharpen you and you're going to sharpen me. So as we look at this verse on today, I want you to take this into your spirit again. We know that the text says iron sharpens iron, and that simply means that, again, that we make each other better. But I want you to think about it on this weekend. I want you to think, who's around me? What type of people do I have in my life? Do they keep me sharp? Are they making me better? And to take this a step further, y'all, as we continue on, to take this a step further, we think about that. We think about iron sharpening iron, and we think about having a good set of friends that make us better and having those people around us that make us better. What does that really mean? As we like to say often these days, what does it look like to have people around me that sharpen me? Too often we take texts like this, y'all, and we use it for networking purposes. We use the purpose to say, how can you get me the next opportunity? How can you get me the next big payday? How can you help me to elevate my career, and so on and so forth? But I want you to understand something that maybe we don't talk about enough in this text, and definitely we need to. When I read this text too, and I think about iron sharpening iron, and so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. When I think about this text, I also think about having people around me that will hold me accountable. Yeah, sometimes we miss that. And if there's something else, as we've already mentioned, that we're rooted in jealousy and envy these days, we're lacking in this area of accountability. We're struggling in this day and time to hold one another accountable. And as the text says, that iron sharpens iron. Listen, nothing can make me sharper than a friend who calls me out when I'm wrong. Nothing can make me sharper than having people around me who will not allow me to be a less than version of myself. Nothing can make me better than having some people around me to say to me when I'm wrong, hey, you're wrong. I'm not here to co-sign you're wrong. I'm here to help you recognize that you're wrong and hold you accountable so that I can make you sharper next time. When I look at this text and I think about, again, that iron sharpening iron again, we don't hear it said that way. So it makes me say, I got to take inventory. I got to take inventory of the people that I have in my life. I got to take inventory of the people that I have around me. How are they adding to me? How are they making me sharp? How are they making me better? And then most critical, and then we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here quick today. Then the other side to this, y'all, that's very critical is I got to take a look at myself. I got to take a look at myself because this is something else that we're struggling to do nowadays. And I guess you can put this in the category of being accountable. Sometimes we look at our friends and we evaluate our friends and we see what kind of friends that we have. And we see, can I call on you in a time of trouble? Can I call on you with my deepest and darkest? And you don't bring a light to it and shine it so everybody else can see what a mess I can be sometimes. Can I call on you in those moments? But every now and then we need to look at ourselves and say, what kind of friend am I? Can anybody really depend on me? Can the people that I call my friends, the people that are helping me be sharp, the people that are helping me to be the best version of myself, do they look at me and do they see the same thing? Do they see me as the type of friend that they say, I can go to this person and they will make me better? When you think about iron sharpening iron, when you think about so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend, or so a friend sharpens his friend, it makes us a better version of ourselves. And we complement each other and we work with each other and we work it out with each other and we hold each other's feet to the fire and we say, I can't let you be less than. I can't let you wallow in misery. I can't let you be the version of yourself that everybody thinks you are. I need you to rise up. I need you to be sharper. I need you to be better. But I want you all to do this in your leisure when you get a moment. Make sure that you're not only taking inventory of your friends. And again, you got to know the difference between friends and acquaintances. Let me have this moment very quickly because too many times we're treating acquaintances like they're friends. And when they fall short of the friend category, they're looking at us and saying, I never said I was your friend. I'm simply somebody that you know. And so you got to make sure that you know the difference between your friends and your acquaintances rather. But when you take that inventory, when you start to look and you start to say, what kind of people do I have in my life? When you take that inventory and you look at yourself and you say, I'm a little duller than I need to be. I'm not as sharp as I need to be. I'm not as fierce as I need to be. I'm not on point like I need to be. Sometimes you got to take a look around and say, well, who have I been hanging around? Who have I been running with? And then every now and then take a look at yourself and say, can anybody run to me? Can anybody come to me when they feeling a little dull? When they feeling a little less than what they ought to be? Can anybody really call me a friend that sharpens them? See, this verse is more than about just how we can make each other better and how we can get each other, again, as I said earlier, to the next opportunity. This verse is also about inventory. It's also about making sure that I got the right people in my life. Again, not just to get me to the best version of myself in the sense of making me, making opportunities for me and all that good stuff, but also holding me accountable. Let that be a lesson to you all. Let that be a blessing to you all on this weekend. Get you some people around you that'll make you sharp. When you dulled by not thinking anything is ever your fault, when you dulled by thinking it's always everybody else and it's never you, when you dulled out by the fact that you're not living up to the best version of yourself, but you think that's okay, you need some friends that'll sharpen you up and say, no, it's not everybody's fault this time. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's me. No, you're not doing the best that you can. You can do a little bit better. No, average is not good enough. We are going to be great. We're going to make each other sharp. I'll make you sharp and you'll make me sharp, and we'll both rise together. Take inventory on today, not just of the people in your life, but take inventory of how you show up in other people's life. You ain't called to be everybody's friend. Everybody ain't called to be your friend. But those relationships that you do have that you consider special, make sure they're valuable. Make sure they're what they're supposed to be. Make sure y'all making each other sharp. Let's stop right here. That's all the time that we got. I pray that you all were blessed by what we shared on today. Very quickly, let me give you our tag as we always do. If you'd like to keep up with us, the best way to do that is check us out at the ministry's website, www.krjministries.org. Again, www.krjministries.org. If you'd like to purchase any of our written works, check us out at the publishing website, www.krjpublishing.com. Again, www.krjpublishing.com. Wherever you listen to this podcast, we encourage you hit that subscribe button so that you know when new episodes become available. Wherever you're streaming us, whether it be iTunes, iHeart Radio, Spotify, wherever you're streaming us, hit that subscribe button so that you know when new episodes become available. We would definitely appreciate you doing that. If you're watching this video on the Kelly R. Jackson Ministries YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button there as well. That way you know when our videos are popping up for Word for the Weekend, Word for the Weekend, and our Monday Morning Discipleship series. We invite you to consider becoming the Patreon of this podcast. You can support us by becoming a patron. You could do so for as little as $5 a month at www.patreon.com/purpose and beyond. Again, check that out. You can do so for as little as $5 per month. If you don't want to do that, if you want to give to us in a more traditional way, again, visit the ministry's website, www.krjministries.org/donate. And you can donate to us right there for as little as you want, and we will definitely appreciate that as well. As always, I want to make sure I invite you all to come to worship with us every Sunday at For the Kingdom Christian Church, where I am the pastor. We stream our services every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. sharp on our Facebook page. Search us out by searching at FTK Church or For the Kingdom Christian Church, or you can find us on YouTube. Search us out, same thing, at FTK Church, or search For the Kingdom Christian Church. We would love to have you subscribe to our channels and be with us on worship every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're in the Detroit area, check out that Facebook page. You can come by in person. We would love to see you in the place worshiping with us live in person. That's all the time that we got for Word for the Weekend. I pray that you all were blessed by what we had to share on today. God bless you and God keep you is my prayer as always. And we'll see you all on next time. Be blessed.